Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Statistics with Chris Greco of GrecTech, Grectech. So what we're going to do today is do random sampling without duplication. Excel has a problem there because every time you try to random sample, you end up having a problem with duplicates. Well, I figured out a way to do this where you can random sample without duplicates. So what I did was I had data, certain bits of data, and I have that there under data. And then I have ID here, 1 through whatever. So then what I want to do is I want to do a rand between, what they call a rand between, right? But if I try to do a rand between, what happens is that if I go all the way down and I just do a rand between certain numbers, let's say in this case I had between 5 and 100, what happens is that there are duplicates when they do rand betweens. So you can do that, and then you can end up having taking that and copying it and pasting it to the next column in values. So then you won't have this thing changing every time you do something with it, and that'll give you the values that you need. But you can see that there's 2 6s here. It's duplicate, right? So I don't want to get rid of that. So I got rid of it, and what I found is that if I just do a rand, equal rand, I can, in fact, start to get just random numbers, right? So I named the next column random sample, and then I ended up doing equal rand, and then I hit enter. When I do that, it gives me a number, a random number. And then you double click on the fill handle on the bottom right hand corner of that cell. So there's your rand, and you double click on the fill handle, and that will give you a random number for every single one of them. I'll make this a little bit bigger here for you. So now you can see where everything is, and you can say, okay, I even put a control tilde to be able to let you see that, equal rand, and then the open and close parens. Double click on the fill handle, and when you do that, it now gives a total and complete random number for every single one of these cells, all the way down to whatever I had. So now what I want to do is I see that I have ID and data. I don't want to separate that. I just want to leave that all there. So I'm going to sort based on the cell C2. Now watch what happens when I sort this, because the sort will be automatically taking into consideration all columns, right? So I go to data, and now I go to sort. And I've decided I'm going to sort, AZ, right? And when I hit that, I'm going to make sure it's on C2. I hit that, all of a sudden, now it sorts all the IDs, which is corresponding to the number, the data, in B. I hit it again, sorts it again, hit it again, sorts it again. What I'm doing is I'm literally shuffling cards. So now I have a total and complete random sample here, and I can pick whatever I want. I can pick the first 100, first 160, whatever it is. Now I realize that's systematic sampling, but it's systematic sampling based on a random sample. So I can pick, let's say, the first 200, then I can copy it, and I can go over to the next sheet. I can paste it, and now I have a sample of 200, right? Remember values, right? The 1, 2, 3 there with the clipboard. And now I have 200 values, 200 random values that I don't have to worry about VLOOKUP. I don't have to worry about trying to figure out which is associated with what. I just take it straight from the data itself. So this is just part of what you can do when you just use some really simple commands. If I want to keep shuffling it, I can keep shuffling it. I could shuffle it 4, 5, 6, 100 times if I want. Make it as random as I want. So that pretty much does it. That's really it. All you're doing really is trying to do a random, rather than with replacement, you're trying to do it without replacement to be able to make sure that you have a truly random sample. If you want any more information, you can contact me, www.grectech.com. And have a great day, and keep up learning about statistics.